I'm Sofia Bernardi, mindset and business coach supporting ambitious new and rising coaches plus service-based businesses to master their mindset, create an aligned and profitable strategy, and grow a six-figure business using the Rising Coach method. I built a multi-six-figure business by the age of 24, and in this podcast, I will teach you the psychology, strategy, and energetics to do the same. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome to another episode. I'm very excited about today because I'm going to be keeping it very real and I'm going to be very direct with you all. And that is because I want to see you succeed, and I see way too many coaches overcomplicate business, and I'm quite frankly over it. Yes, there is a lot to learn when we learn anything new for the first time. And of course, there are going to be moments of overwhelm and fear and doubt. It's all part of the journey. However, I see way too many coaches completely overwhelm themselves, paralyze themselves, and just overcomplicate business way too much. And that is why there are just way too many people not making money. And in this episode, I want to take you right back to basics. I'm not about to give you some magical secret that you're looking for. Really, it's about those simple foundations that you actually just need to do. The same goes with people's health, right? People want some magical quick fix secret when really we all know what to do, right? We need to be consistent with our health. We need to look at the foods we're eating. We need to have a healthy relationship with food. We need to move our body and all of those sorts of things. But so many people don't commit to those very basics, and that's why they go in the opposite direction or they don't progress at all, right? When the truth is that it's really quite simple. It's just hard to stick to something simple sometimes because people are so used to that instant gratification and instant validation and quite frankly just like not wanting to do the work, right? But it's really only those that are willing to do the work, whether that's in a relationship, within your health, or within your business, that are going to reap the rewards, right? Doing the work, whether it's simple or not, is hard, right? And not many people are willing to do it. And so this episode is only for you if you are committed and you actually want to impact people's lives. You want to make a difference in the world, and you're sick of yourself, basically. Because for a long time, I avoided these very basic premises, and that's why I didn't move forwards. And it was only when I was real with myself that actually I have everything I need within me. I just need to do the damn thing. That's when I started to get results. So if you're not making money, listen to this episode, okay? I'm going to share with you why you're not making money and what you can actually do about it. And yeah, this is not for people that are wanting a quick fix because it's going to take work, but it probably doesn't need to take as much work as what you are trying to do, just trying to find the secret that actually doesn't exist. Isn't that ironic? Okay. The first reason why you're not making money as a coach is because you are lacking clarity. Yes, you've probably heard me say it in every single podcast episode because it's that important. You need to have clarity. It's essential actually to have a clear understanding on where to start, how to grow your business, who your target audience is, what you should be focusing on. Overall, clarity is key. There are going to be moments in business, in fact, many of them, where you lose that clarity, where you're lacking some clarity and where you're needing to find more clarity because as we grow and evolve, things absolutely do change, right? So of course, you're not going to be always crystal fucking clear. There are going to be moments of having that lack of clarity, but having the right support and knowing actually how to get clear, and usually that's through support and also knowing actually what to look for when it comes to what's not working and what is working in your business is going to be key. And this is why I always have a coach. I see some of my friends or just even other coaches in the space sometimes get themselves in this pattern over and over again of being very stuck and unclear. And what I often see the reason for that is they actually just don't have a coach. They're not investing in that long-term, high-level mentorship. And so when they get stuck, they really get stuck. They don't have someone supporting them to get out, and they don't know actually what to look for to get clear again, right? So I get stuck in my business. I lack clarity in my business sometimes, but I move through it so fast because I have support to go to with someone that is clear and can help me get out. And also I know what to look for. I know how to evaluate what is working, what is not, and what I'm going to do differently, right? I know what key metrics to look for when things aren't working. And I have a mindset practice that I do every single day that ensures that I am staying clear as much as possible, right? So being unclear is like a part of business, because as you grow, what works now doesn't necessarily work down the track as much. Some things, of course, always remain the same, but not everything, right? We outgrow things. And so having that lack of clarity is not a problem. It's only a problem if we stay there. So if you are stuck in lacking clarity constantly and you are not learning something new and you're not doing something new, that's your own fucking fault, and you need to do something about it. You actually need to hire a mentor. You need to get out of your own way. So yeah, that's my hard pep talk on that one. And I'm just keeping it real with you because I actually love and care about you and want to see you succeed. And when I was lacking clarity, to the point where I was staying in it for months on end and not moving forward, it was those small periods of time where I didn't have a coach, or I'd outgrown a certain stage in business and I just wasn't taking self-responsibility for the situation. And now my problem is almost sometimes not taking too much self-responsibility, right? So I'm really in ownership of myself and my results. And now I'm always doing what is required to move forward. So if you are lacking clarity on the strategy that you're following, if you even have one, on your target audience, on your offer, on yourself, if you're lacking clarity in any of those things, make sure you hire a coach and you follow a process to get clear again, rather than just sitting there and sitting in it and complaining about it all of the time. Okay, so that's hard truth number one, why you're probably not making money, is you're actually just lacking clarity. Okay, number two is you're lacking confidence. Again, I'm not here to give you some magical secret you've never heard before, because chances are, if you resonated with the title of why you're not making money and what to do about it, you actually just haven't mastered these 3 foundational things that I'm going to be sharing with you today. So you're probably lacking confidence, right? Building confidence within yourself and the process you're following and the people you're actually talking to is key to unlocking growth in your business. So if you are doubting yourself, if you are doubting what you look like, what you sound like, what you're saying, who you're saying it to, when you're saying it, where you're saying it, if you're lacking confidence in one or more of those things, that is probably why you're not making money, because people don't want to buy from people that are lacking confidence in themselves. And am I saying that you're never allowed to doubt yourself? You're never allowed to have fear and doubt and never lack confidence? Of course I'm not. This is if you are staying here. You live in this energy of uncertainty and doubt and fear, right? I've been there. I have had so much fear where I've paralyzed myself literally at the beginning of every single month just because of fear of not having a successful month. Quote unquote successful month if you're watching me on YouTube or the Spotify video, right? It's so important that you have support again, and you have processes to actually continue to build confidence in yourself. Now you might think that I'm really confident, right? And I am very confident. I still have a lot of fear and doubt though. I still have a lot of limiting beliefs. So do we all. And I actually go out of my way to lean into those fears and doubts, find them, right? I actually never settle just where I am in my life. I'm always actually looking for ways I can evolve and improve. And the way I do that is by always having healers and mentors in my space. So I do kinesiology every single week where I am uncovering fears and doubts and limitations. There is nothing pretty or beautiful about those sessions at all. It's all about looking at my shadows and at parts of me that I need to heal and resolve and own within me, right? There's never really a week where I'm just like, there is nothing left to heal and resolve, right? And it's uncomfortable, and that's why so many people avoid doing this work. They think it's too simple. Like, how could it possibly be the confidence piece? Just tell me what to do and I'll do it. But the reality is, if you are not showing up consistently, or you are behind the scenes questioning everything you do, you spend a lot of time in comparison and judging other people or judging yourself, you have some inner work to do, my friend. And the truth is we all have inner work to do. It's a journey. It's not a destination we get to where there's nothing. Sure, we don't need to constantly be looking for problems and creating problems in our life. Definitely not. However, if we are growth-orientated humans that want to up-level, upgrade, grow, evolve, become better, then there's always work to do in one way or another. And this doesn't mean having breakdowns every week and crying every week and getting yourself in like extreme amounts of discomfort every week. Definitely not. Like sometimes when I'm having, kinesiology or healing from one of my many coaches, it doesn't necessarily feel like the worst thing in the world, but it's still like diving into fears and discomfort. And the truth is when you are growing, that is outside of your comfort zone, okay? So if you're lacking confidence in yourself, this is definitely something you want to work on, because if you can own yourself fully, what happens on the other side of that is you step into leadership. And when you are leading yourself and you are owning yourself fully, that's when you're going to get more results, because people are magnetized towards leaders, right? Everyone that is super quote unquote famous and successful and that we look up to, they're incredible leaders, right? Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, Barack Obama, like whoever it is, all famous people pretty much, they are leaders. They own themselves, right? I'm not talking about perfection here. I'm not talking about never having fear and doubt, but they are able to step into leadership, and we buy their stuff. We follow, what they do. We listen to all of their songs. We watch all of their movies. We listen to their, speeches on YouTube. We buy their courses and programs, right? Because they are owning a specific topic, they are owning themselves, and we are magnetized towards that. And when you build a community, that's actually when you're going to be able to grow your business just more than just those couple of $1,000s per month, right? We want to get you to those consistent 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K months, right? And beyond. There are no limits other than the limit that you have on yourself and your capacity to grow and evolve. So we really want to anchor in to that confidence. So please do not skip over this. There's always inner work to do. We need to continuously do mindset work. I might be feeling freaking amazing today and on top of the world. That doesn't mean I should just stop doing the work on myself, that I should stop doing my mindset practices, my affirmations, my gratitude, whatever it is, right? The reason I'm feeling like this is because of the consistency of that work that I do, right? So just to summarize point 2, I do have fear and doubt. I do have days and weeks every now and again where things feel really, really hard. That is life. I'm not trying to avoid that. We need to, the quicker we can actually own and recognize that is, 50% of life, or that is a big part of life, the easier we're actually going to be able to move through it, right? So it's not about being perfect and never having any fear and doubt, but it is about leaning in and doing that work consistently, because the more of us that we can really own and embody, having that integrity, that embodiment, the more we are going to actually have people come to us and want to be in our space, and therefore we will have people listening, following, liking, engaging, and buying from us. And that is exactly what we want. So you've got to own yourself fully. You've got to have confidence in yourself. You've got to have confidence in your audience, and you've got to have confidence in your offer. It is so key to unlocking, the level of income that you are wanting to create for yourself. And that is why you see a lot of successful people in the coaching industry constantly doing work on themselves and always having a mentor. Are you ready to create aligned, scalable results in your coaching or service-based business? If so, I'd love to work with you. I support my clients through my signature programs, Rise to Coach, which is for new coaches or service providers wanting to sign their first clients, and Rise to 6 to scale to consistent 10K months. DM me at Sofia Rose Bernardi on Instagram to learn more and see if one of my programs is the right fit for you. And then number 3, which is my favorite topic that most people, suck at and therefore don't get results in their business, is lack of consistency. And that is typically due to lacking that clarity and confidence, right? So please do not skip over any of these. If you have clarity and you have confidence, you will 100% be moving consistently towards what it is you desire, because you don't have any of that limitation holding you back from moving towards the thing you want, right? How many people say that they wish they had more money, they wish they had more followers, they wish they had, more fancy cars or nice handbags or whatever it is, but then they don't actually take action towards creating that in their life, right? That is because on some level they are self-sabotaging or don't believe they're worthy of it or are lacking that clarity, right? And we want to be consistent. So you got to have clarity and confidence in order to show up consistently. But being consistent is so important. So we don't want to be so confident that we just sit there and just hope that people come to us, right? We actually have to be consistently leaning in. So overcoming fear, doubt, and overwhelm is actually crucial for staying consistent and making progress, right? And it's really easy to stay consistent when you have a simple business model, a simple mindset practice, a simple routine, right? Simplicity is going to be key to consistency. If you are overcomplicating it, overwhelming yourself and having all of these limitations, you are going to find it really, really difficult to make a lot of money in your business. Whereas if we simplify right down and instead commit to mastering these basic foundational things that you keep wanting to skip over because you think there's some magical secret that's going to allow you to avoid doing all of this work, right? That's when you're going to be able to grow, right? So you want to be consistent. Just like we don't put that crazy expectation that we go to the gym once in the blue moon and we get a six-pack. No, six-packs come from being very, very consistent in our diet and in our exercise, not from those every now and again once-offs. It might feel like a big deal to you to post on your Instagram stories or write a written post, and we all start somewhere and need to celebrate that. But if you are having this massive expectation that you sat down for 15 minutes to write a post and people should be coming to you and inquiring to work with you, it doesn't work like that, honey. You've got to be consistent in what you're doing, and you have to be willing to show up even when no one is listening, no one is watching, and no one is buying. Every single coach that you see that is successful today, with whatever success looks like to you, whether that's having a lot of time freedom, whether that's being able to bring in a consistent reoccurring revenue, whether that's 10K months, 20, 50, 100, 500K months, whatever it is, I promise you, it's because they were willing and able to show up even when no one was buying and watching. No one was buying my stuff in the beginning. I even go live now sometimes and do stories and posts where no one engages, no one buys. That's a part of the process, but you have to be willing and able to sit in the dark parts, to sit in the parts where it's not working in order to reap the rewards of when it does. Okay? And if I was to have all this mind drama and have all this negative self-talk every time I did something that didn't generate the result that I wanted, I would not be here today, right? I create this podcast episode not knowing who, when, or how many people are going to be listening or watching. I'm doing it because I'm passionate about it. I'm doing it because if one person listens to it and gets so much, benefit and result from it, that they then go on to help more people and make more money and become happier, healthier versions of themselves, then taking the time, to record this episode, to pay someone to edit it, to pay someone to upload it, has been completely worth it to me. Like, completely. It just needs to transform one person's life for it to be worth it. And at the very least, let's just say no one listened to it, which, isn't the case because you're listening to it right now. How cool is it that I love what I do so much that I'm willing to do it with zero expectations of what happens from it, that I'm willing to do it to actually improve my confidence and my clarity with my messaging, right? My ability to learn and evaluate why no one listened to it and what I can do differently next time. I've had so many challenges and masterclasses and events and stories and posts and, ideas completely flop, completely not go to plan, at every stage in business as well. And that is a part of the journey. And the actual problem is that this is happening to you and you're making yourself wrong about it. Just cut it out. You're doing fucking amazing. You've just got to keep going. So if you are not making money, it is probably because you are lacking clarity, right? You just don't know what you don't know. You are lacking confidence in yourself. Very hard to show up or get results when you feel like shit. And you are lacking consistency. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So Unless you are doing those 3 things, I don't really care about anything else. No other excuse is valid, in all honesty, like for why you're not making money. It's not anything else other than these 3 things, I'm telling you. If you master clarity, you master confidence, and you master consistency, you will get there. But until you've got those 3 things down pack, that is absolutely why you're not making money. Doesn't matter if you have the best coach in the world, doesn't matter if you have the best strategy that works, right? I make a lot of money from running challenges and events once a month in my business. I also know a lot of people that run challenges and events and make no money because they were inconsistent in their launch, because they didn't have confidence in their delivery, because they were lacking clarity on why the fuck they were doing that or how the fuck to do that in the first place, right? Same goes with every single strategy. Now, I specialize in simplicity, in scalability, and actually mastering something. And so if you want to stop dabbling and you actually want to get results, you want to learn how to get clarity, how to have confidence, and how to be consistent in a really simple approach, which is really easy when you have someone giving you that clarity and helping you with the confidence, by the way, then I'm your girl. I'm here to support you. I want to see you succeed and thrive and rise, because that means we're going to have more people on the planet being impacted. And that's exactly what my mission is, and it lights my soul on freaking fire when people are succeeding in their business, because it means you are creating a life that you love. It means that you have, you're just leaning into what it is you want, and it makes your life so much more worthwhile, right? So stop complaining, take self-responsibility. If you have not mastered those 3 things, come chat to me and I will help you out of it, because I promise you, when you master those 3 things, very hard to do actually when you don't have the right process or support, that's when you're going to make money. Okay, so that's what to do. So please DM me on Instagram, Facebook, wherever we have been connected, or if we haven't been connected, just reach out to me on your favorite platform and let's chat. You can also book a free clarity call with me. The link is in the description of this episode. I would love to chat with you and see which program might be right for you. I have different programs for different stages of business and different price points as well, to support you as much as possible, as it's really important to me that, my programs are really accessible for everyone, dependent on where they're starting out. We've all got to start somewhere, and I want to be as inclusive as possible. I hope this episode has been that little kick in the butt that you've needed. Please share this podcast episode to someone who you think might need this little pep talk today. Share it on your stories, share it to your audience. It really means the world to me. Leave me a review, do all of the things, because I want to get this podcast out to as many people as possible. And I'm just so grateful that you have been here today. I love you so much, and I will see you in next week's episode. Bye. Are you ready to create aligned, scalable results in your coaching or service-based business? If so, I'd love to work with you. I support my clients through my signature programs, Rise to Coach, which is for new coaches or service providers wanting to sign their first clients, and Rise to 6 to scale to consistent 10K months. DM me at Sofia Bernardi on Instagram to learn more and see if one of my programs is the right fit for you.